Hello everyone, my name is Erningsih, with student identification number 55. I'm from class 8D. This time, I want to explain about the influence of price, facilities, and attraction on tourists' interest in visiting again at alun-alun Kota Batu. Tourism is an industry that continues to grow and consistently shows its growth from year to year. This is because tourism is a commodity that is needed by everyone. In the current era of globalization, in the increasingly fierce competition in the business world, making an entrepreneur try to find the right strategy to maintain the company's marketing strategy, namely interest in visiting again, so that each company will determine the price range shown to increase consumer purchasing power and increase the attractions provided and add facilities so that tourists feel comfortable and want to return to visit these tourist destinations. The physical facilities provided by the management of tourist attractions provide opportunities that can be enjoyed by tourists, which are expected to make tourists feel comfortable when visiting. Attractions that are the reason visitors come to a tourist spot. The satisfaction felt by visiting tourists can make tourists return to visit and recommend to other potential tourists. Problem formulation and research objectives. Problem formulation first is whether price has a positive and significant effect on interest of tourists to visit again at alun-alun Kota Batu. The second is whether facilities have a positive and significant effect on interest of tourists to visit again at alun-alun Kota Batu. The third is whether attractions have a positive and significant effect on the interest of tourists to visit again at alun-alun Kota Batu. The fourth is whether prices, facilities, and attractions have positive and significant effect on the interest of tourists to visit again at alun-alun Kota Batu. And the last is which of the prices, facilities, and attractions have a dominant effect on the interest in visiting tourists again to alun-alun Kota Batu. Research objectives. The first is analyze the effect of price on the interest of tourists to visit again at alun-alun Kota Batu. The second is analyze the effect of facilities on the interest of tourists to visit again at alun-alun Kota Batu. The third is analyze the influence of attractions on the interest of tourists to visit again at alun-alun Kota Batu. The fourth is analyze the effect of price, facilities, and attractions on the interest of tourists to visit again at alun-alun Kota Batu. And the last is analyze the effect of price, facilities, and attractions that have a dominant effect on the interest of tourists to visit again at alun-alun Kota Batu. Theoretical foundation. Tourism is a trip made by a person or group of people to a place for a while with the intention of recreation, not to earn a living. Price is the amount of money needed to get a number of combinations of goods and services. Facilities are services provided by tourist attractions to support tourist activities that can satisfy visitors. Attractions means a unique show or spectacle that cannot be found in many places to make tourists feel interested. Interest in visiting again is an encouragement from within a person to make a return visit to a destination that has been visited. Research framework. In the study, there are 4 variables consisting of 3 independent variables, namely variable 1, price, variable 2, facilities, variable 3, attractions, and there is one dependent variable, namely the variable interest in visiting again. In variable 1, price, there are indicators, namely the first is set price, the second is price affordability, the third is price compatibility with quality, the fourth is price competitiveness, the fifth is price discount by Rondonuwu 2013. In variable 2 facilities, there are indicators, namely the first is completeness, cleanliness, and tidiness of the facilities offered, the second is condition and function of facilities, the third is ease of using the facilities by Sumayang 2003. In variable 3 attractions, there are indicators, namely the first is activities and the second is artifact by Kadijo 2003. In variable dependent is interest in revisiting. There are indicators, namely the first is revisit plan, the second is visit reference interest, and the last is visit preference interest by Cronin and Taylor 1992. Research locations. In this research, I took place at alun-alun Kota Batu, located in Gajah Mada Street, Sisir Village, Batu Sub District. Types of data. The type of research used in this study is quantitative research. Sources of data. The data sources used in the study are primary data sources, namely those obtained from distributing questionnaires to tourists, and secondary data sources, namely those obtained from journals or articles taken from the internet. Research methods. The method used in this research is a questionnaire. The research instrument used in the study is Likert scale, which has a rating range of 1 to 5, a questionnaire consisting of 4 variables. The population used in the study amounted to 8,000 tourists who visiting alun-alun Kota Batu in April 2023, obtained from kompas.id. The sample used in this study amounted to 99 respondents, resulting from the Slovene formula with the methods of taking purposive sampling. The data collection technique used in this study is a Google form, distributed to tourists who have visited alun-alun Kota Batu. And the analysis techniques is validity test. The result of distributing questionnaires to respondents need to be tested for validity to see whether the data is valid or not using the person-product movement formula. Reliability test. A questionnaire is said to be reliable if the respondent answers the questionnaire consistently over time. The reliability test uses the Cronbach alpha coefficient with the help of SPSS. Classical assumptions test. Classical assumption test is used to test regression models that really show a significant and representative relationship, so the result obtained can be more accurate by using the ordinary linear square method. Multiple linear regression analysis is used to determine the magnitude of the correlation of the independent variables together on the dependent variable. Hypothesis testing. In the hypothesis test, there is a t-test, f-test, and r-squared coefficient of determination test, which is shown to see whether there is an overall influence of the independent variables on the dependent variable. That's all I can say in this presentation. Thank you.